All right, listen up. This is a Code Ninja security advisory. We're issuing an urgent briefing on a high-severity vulnerability, that's CVE 2026-0227. If you're a network defender, this is time-sensitive intelligence you need to act on right now.
Our goal here is pretty simple: to give you the critical data you need to secure your perimeter. We are releasing this information because your safety is paramount. Let me be clear, this is not a drill.
Okay, so let's get right into what we're dealing with. This is an unauthenticated denial-of-service vulnerability in Palo Alto Networks PAN-OS. And the reason this is so urgent is because it acts like a digital kill switch. An attacker can completely shut down your firewall, and they don't even need a password to do it.
So, let's talk about what that digital kill switch actually means in the real world. You know, why is the blast radius for this thing so significant?
Let's put a number on it. This vulnerability has a CVSS score of 7.7, which is high. For anyone who doesn't live and breathe these scores, that basically means this is a serious risk that demands your immediate attention. A score like this isn't just a theoretical problem, it's a direct threat to your operations.
So let's play this out. What is the actual impact when an attacker flips this switch and shoves your firewall into what's called maintenance mode?
And here's where it gets ugly fast. This is the failure sequence. First, an attacker sends some specially crafted packets to your GlobalProtect portal. You know, the front door for all your remote users. This forces the device into maintenance mode. And at that point, all your network traffic just stops. Dead. Your security operations center is now completely blind. And the real kicker? This isn't just a simple reboot. It's a persistent failure. Someone has to physically go to the device and intervene to get it back online.
All right, for all the technical folks in the room, let's pop the hood and get into the mechanics of how this exploit actually works.
The root cause is classified as CVE-754. In plain English, that means there's an improper check for unusual or exceptional conditions. Basically, the software doesn't know how to handle malformed garbage input, and that creates the opening for the attack. So here's the play-by-play. The attack targets the GlobalProtect pre-login handshake well before any authentication ever happens. The attacker just sends a quick burst of malformed HTTP/2 frames or headers with way too much padding. This rapidly fills up the system's exception buffer, and that pushes it into a really unstable state.
And here's the really clever, or maybe I should say nasty, part. It's the system's own defenses that get turned against it. As some great analysis from Peligent points out, the device's watchdog timer sees this instability. So to protect itself from memory corruption, it commands a reboot, right into maintenance mode. The firewall's own self-preservation instinct is the very thing that's weaponized against.
Now, understanding the disclosure timeline is absolutely vital, not just for your forensic analysis, but for you to understand just how long your organization was unknowingly at risk.
This timeline right here tells a really important story for defenders. Look back in November 2025. Silent hotfixes were released that actually patched this flaw, but there was no official CVE, no big announcement. The public didn't know what was really going on until January 14, 2026. Just one day later, a proof-of-concept exploit was already out, and right now, today, we're seeing active scanning for this vulnerability in the wild. It's a huge reminder to watch all vendor patch notes, not just the ones with the big security bulletin.
Okay, so that brings us to the most important part of this whole advisory: what you need to do right now, your actionable remediation strategy.
Let me be unequivocally clear about this. There are no workarounds. There are no clever tricks. Disabling your GlobalProtect portal probably isn't a realistic option for most of you. Patching is the one and only effective solution here.
So this slide is the one that really matters. We're calling it the Defender's Matrix. You need to take this, cross-reference the PAN-OS version you're running, and find the exact maintenance release you need to install. And pay very close attention to those H-release numbers. A standard major version update will not protect you.
So let's just run through a final verification checklist to make sure we're all on the same page. First, you have to upgrade to that specific, quote, release for your version. Second, and I'll say it again, just being on a newer major version is not good enough. Now, for the good news, Cloud NGFW is confirmed to be unaffected. And for you Prisma Access customers, Palo Alto Networks has said most tenants are already patched, but we strongly advise you to confirm that with their support. Don't assume.
So we'll leave you with this final, urgent question. We can confirm, without a doubt, that active scanning for this vulnerability is happening right now. Your perimeter is being probed as we speak. So, have you verified your patch status?